This is the new wave, where things have evolved. The game ain't the same as it once was. This is NBA Live. Here, you can be the one and shine like the league's best. Anybody can get shook or dunked on or crossed up. And your newfound control over your strengths, skills, and style is a beautiful thing. So do you want to be the one or the one who gets left behind? You have the ability to dominate on both ends of the court. It's all in your hands now. But remember this, the path to being the greatest, being the one, does not stop at the NBA. The game continues in the playgrounds, the schools, and the local gyms. This is where every real player developed their love for the game, where they paid their dues, earned their reps, and rode their own wave. From pickup games at the Rucker, to Pro-Am games at the Drew, to the bright lights of the NBA, the paths to greatness are limitless. And trust me, this game ain't the same. Are you ready to be the one?
My journey begins here. This is my face scan from the phone. I will get access to my character when the game is actually out. Obviously, I'm going to be a guard, but here's the interesting thing. I'm going to go with the point scorer to start right now because I want to make it splash, and you can only go to level 20 in this demo. But the best build for me is going to be the backcourt defender. They actually give you an incentive to play as a defender because you're still going to have maxed out dribbling, breaking ankles. You're going to have on-ball defense. You can defend all the three-point shooters, all the dribbling specialists. But look at the secondary skills. You can still have a three-point shot, which is going to be in the 80s, like an 82, 83. So this is definitely the best build for me. So I'm going to do my first playthrough as a point shooter, and then I'm going to reset my character. And this is something that I'm going to have to tweak on the next go round. I'm going to be 6'2". My speed is only going to be 86. So on my next playthrough, I'm going to be 6'1", and I'm going to be as light as possible. That way I'll have 90 speed because I think 86 speed is going to be too slow.
Like millions of other kids, you dreamed of one day being in the NBA. You wanted to be a star, and someday to rise above and become the greatest to ever play. You dreamed of being the one. But the road to stardom is never easy. There are obstacles, injuries, and disappointments. Adversity is universal. It can happen to anyone at any time. And one day, it happened to you. You went from being a guaranteed lottery pick to a kid who may never even play college ball again.
Now, look, it's always bad to hear about injuries, especially to college kids, of course.
Yeah.
But Stephen A. Smith, this one is particularly disheartening because we are 2 weeks into the season and one of the top NBA prospects in the country goes down potentially with a season-ending injury, a knee injury. That's a killer.
I couldn't agree more. When I heard he was carried off the floor today, all you can do is find yourself hoping that he'll make it back. That's the bottom line. But my heart goes out to him because I didn't expect this. This is a devastating injury. It's never good to have something like this happen to you.
The team doctor broke the news. Torn ACL, sprained MCL, and a torn meniscus. Surgery was scheduled, but your game will likely never be the same. At the 2016 NBA Draft, your name is still mentioned. Not as a prospect, but as a cautionary tale.
Now, there's another huge story in this year's draft. A record number of underclassmen, 30 of them, undrafted. And I hope, anyway, that this is a lesson. This serves as an example to college players. I'm not talking about the ones who are genuinely one and dones, the guys you know are going to be lottery picks. I mean the rest of them. They're not sure shots. You're not sure they're going to be lottery picks. Don't just use the college system for a year thinking you're going to bounce. It doesn't work like that. If you don't have the talent, it doesn't work. You got to be cultivated in the system.
Please. There you go again with your blanket generalizations. You know how you are, oh, Max, the woe is me. Oh, my Lord, I can't take it. I just can't take it. It's a case-by-case basis. You can't just blanketly decide this should not be one and dones or this should be one and dones. You got to go on a case-by-case basis. Some dudes deserve to be one and dones. Some people don't. It's on a case-by-case basis.
And that is my point. Thank you for making it for me. Every kid thinks they're the exception to the rule. And members of the media like, Stephen A. Smith, are encouraging these kids to come out early.
Look, Max, bottom line is this. You got to take this into consideration. You had two dudes. They were called the Hype Brothers. Now, you had Nick Howard. This kid had a lot of promise. What does he do? He goes to college. Very uneventful first year, no doubt. The second year, he was pretty good. Here's the problem. The NBA, it's not about pretty good. You need to be great on the collegiate level, on the prep level, in summer leagues and what have you, in order for you to get the stature that you deserve. That's the bottom line. You're pretty good ain't good enough to be that stud NBA.
That's exactly my point.
Let me finish. There's another example. I did say the Hype Brothers. I wasn't talking about one individual. I was talking about two. What happens? One and done in a different way. 1 year, one ACL injury later, and look where he's at now. His future is clearly uncertain. So you got to take advantage of that opportunity because you never know when an injury is going to cost you everything.
Stephen A., listen to yourself. Let's listen to yourself for a second. You give one argument for why a kid should come out early, a one-and-done situation. I can give you 30 arguments this morning alone why they should stay in school. And now you have to wonder what a kid like Nick Howard, who has given up his college eligibility, does next. What does he do next?
First of all, don't sweat the technique. The argument, or one argument, as long as it's strong enough, that's all that matters. That's number one. Number two, the Hype Brothers was something special. What they really, really need to do. I'm going to tell you what they need to do, Max. They need to get back to playing together. My sources are telling me the ACL injury has been completely healed. So go on a pro-am circuit. Go in summer leagues. Do what you got to do to get back on the court together to remind everybody of what you once were. Because once you pull that off, the sky's the limit. That's what they need to do. Get back to playing ball together, because when people see what you can do as one, the other arguments don't really matter. Like I said, don't sweat the technique.
It's finally time for my first game, and since I went with a point shooter, I cannot dribble right now. So it won't be until level 7 when I can finally dribble and maybe get somewhere, because the primary skills that you have, you start off with the rating of 72. So if you don't have that as your primary skill, obviously your rating is going to be in the 60s, maybe the 50s. I'm going to stick with the pick and roll and open shots for now.
This is New York City, the mecca of basketball. The original Rucker League began here in 1947. 9 years later, the tournament found a permanent home uptown at PS 156 Playground. Those early Rucker days showcased talents like Lou Alcindor, Wilt the Stilt, and Earl the Pearl. It's also where Julius Erving became the Doctor. In 1974, the park was respectfully renamed Holcomb Rucker Park in honor of the tournament founder. Now, many have influenced the growth of the Rucker since, but none more heavily than the late great Greg Marius, founder of the EBC. Many would argue that the Ruck is the birthplace of true street ball and the crossover dribble. Considering New York City's penchant for flashy guard play, there are few who can challenge that. After the legendary exploits of Rucker alumni like Rod Strickland, Rafer Alston, and Kyrie Irving, it goes without saying that getting crossed up or banged on can happen to anybody at any given moment here. It's no wonder that this unassuming uptown playground has become the most widely recognized street ball court in the world. Rucker Park, Harlem.
I do like that we're starting off in New York, the mecca of basketball, and now we get to see what my scan looks like in the game from the cell phone. Let me know what you think. Obviously, the scan that I have when you play me online, that's way better. I can't wait to get access to that cheese. This first playthrough, it's about finding out what is important in NBA Live. What I need, what I don't need. And I'm off to the races. Let's test this speed. Will I be able to throw lobs? I can throw fancy passes. I get my first assist. Dime right away to get things started off. Another reason why I think the defender build is going to be the best because they have a skill called corner specialist for corner threes. So you can really lock down with threes. I get a steal. I'm going to let it fly. Why not? In NBA Live. Splash. Great way to start. My dribbling is so bad right now. I can feel it. Because when you play that opening game in the Drew with the NBA players. Oh, wait, I got him. Look at that. I got the step. Left-handed layup. I'll take it. I got you. I'm liking our offense. I'm liking the spacing and everything here in this first game. We're going to go with the pick and roll again. Shot clock cheese. Oh, he knocked him down. Look at that brick wall. Brick wall's in live. Pass out of the shot. I'm just going to pass it. Because my dribbling is so bad, I don't want to be sitting there spamming. Oh, wait, they left me open in the corner. Are you serious? Splash. Perfect release. I like the pick and roll game. It's pretty nice so far. Let's test out the lob to Noah. Can I lob? Can I throw lobs with my player? Oh, my passing is bad. Look at that. See if I can steal this inbound. Get over there. No easy baskets. Off to the races. I'm wide open. Should I pop the three? Why not? Why not let it go again? The jumper is smooth. I'm just sticking to my ratings right now. Not trying to do too much. Relying on the pick and roll. Relying on my teammates. VC with the poster on that little man. We are locking these guys up. They've only got 4 points. Another pick and roll. Mean mismatch inside. Noah turns down and lay. Joakim Noah does not want 2 points. Are you serious? Shot clock cheese. Look at that behind the back. No, I don't want to shoot that. Shot clock cheese. Is it in live? Shot clock cheese. Oh, it's in NBA Live too. Look at that cheese. It's time to get fancy for the game winner. I'm about to break some ankles. Oh, wait. No, wait. Oh, what? I didn't mean to do that. Oh, man. I hit up. I forgot. Because in this game, you can't hold up or down when you're dribbling, only left or right to do like extended hesitations. And I just forgot and I pressed up and I threw up the shot. And this is the play of the game. Oh my gosh, the rebound and putback is the play of the game. Imagine if that shot would have gone in though, if I would have made a splash. I had 11 points with 3 threes and 4 assists in the first game. Here is the result of my face scan. In NBA Live 18, you be the judge. Is that Chris Smoove? And here's my first highlight reel. I got him leaning with the step back jumper. They got me dabbing in NBA Live.